Hello! Today we're going to play a game with my dad. This is my dad.
Hello, hello, hello.
The game is simple. I say a sentence and he has to finish it. But there's a small problem. My dad is mischievous. Wait a moment. You don't know what mischievous means? Go ahead. Ask me what mischievous means. Good question. Let me tell you. Mischievous means a bit naughty. Someone who looks for trouble or someone who doesn't exactly play by the rules. So let me hear you say mischievous. Good. So my dad is a bit mischievous and he likes to give silly answers. So let's see how my dad tries to mess up my game. Let's go. Now, the expression is, it was as cold as ice. But what do you think my dad says? Let's watch. It was as cold as...
As a high temperature.
It was as cold as a high temperature. Oh, imagine that. As cold as a high temperature. Okay, that's interesting. As tall as a what? A common comparison is to a tree. He was as tall as a tree, or she was as tall as a building. But my dad doesn't say either of those. And he was as tall as a...
midget.
As tall as a midget. Interesting. Okay, a midget is a very short person. But be careful, because now the word midget is considered offensive. The correct term is dwarf. But my dad is a bit old, so we can forgive him for using the word midget. But please, if you refer to someone with dwarfism, please remember to use the term dwarf. Okay, let's see the next one. Now, normally you say something is as hard as a rock. And my dad? The diamond was as hard as a...
As a mushroom.
As a mushroom. As hard as a mushroom. The expression is as easy as pie. Let's hear what my dad says. The exam was as easy as...
Pie.
Hey, as easy as pie. There we go, as easy as pie. Now, for hot, you can say as hot as fire or as hot as lava. Let's see what my dad says. The coffee was as hot as...
An iceberg.
The coffee was as hot as an iceberg. Yeah, that's what I always say. This is a strange one, but normally we say as cool as a cucumber. Yeah, it's strange. It means someone is very calm in a high-pressure situation. But my dad, let's see. He was as cool as...
As Arlene.
As my mom. My mom is very cool, apparently. For dry, we compare it to a bone. He went to get water from the well, but it was as dry as a bone. And let's see here. It was as dry as...
As ice cream.
It was as dry as ice cream. Yep, that's what we always say. It was as dry as ice cream. Now, for funny, we say as funny as a clown or a barrel of monkeys. Now, my dad, he was as funny as...
A mouse.
A mouse. As funny as a mouse. Everybody knows that a mouse is very funny. We say to fly as high as a... What do you think? What flies high in the sky? Now, normally we say a kite, to fly as high as a kite, but you can also say a cloud or an airplane or even a bird. But they were flying as high as a
turtle.
as a turtle. Perfect. Yeah, there's another idiom for you. Flying as high as a turtle. Now, for this one, there is not a set idiom. It's actually quite strange, and you can see my dad struggles with it. I just saw a kettle on the stove, and it was steaming. And so I said steamy without really thinking how difficult it was going to be. Listen to what my dad responds. It was as steamy as?
It was as what?
Steamy. Steamy as?
As Arlene.
As Arlene. As my mom. She is famous for being steamy. Okay, now normally you would say as stinky as a skunk or as stinky as garlic. It was as stinky as?
Stinky?
Stinky. It was as stinky as?
Wonderment.
As what? Wonderment?
Wonderment.
Maybe it's a kind of mint.
Yeah. Wonderment. Now for quiet, we usually compare it to a mouse. But what do you think my dad says? Mouse? Of course not. What do you think he's going to say? A trumpet? A rock and roll concert? A jet airplane? Let's see. She was as quiet as?
An elephant.
There you go, another popular idiom. He was as quiet as an elephant. Fierce. Fierce is quite a strange one, but you could use a savage or a lion or some type of dangerous animal. But my dad, she was as fierce as?
A mouse.
Sure, a mouse. Beautiful. What beautiful thing can you compare to? There are many possibilities. As beautiful as a rainbow, as a flower. Are you ready to hear what my dad says? They were as beautiful as?
As termites.
Termites. There you go. Everybody knows how beautiful a termite is. For this one, I thought he was going to say maybe a river or a lake, but of course, my mischievous dad had other plans. She was so thirsty she could drink a?
Horse.
She could drink a horse. There you go. I mean, she was really thirsty. Now, this is the expression that gets compared to a horse. Someone eats like a horse, or so hungry you could eat a horse. But my dad has another surprise waiting for us. He was so hungry he could eat a?
Napkin.
Napkin. He's just, every answer is a winner. Now, with angry, you can say that you are so angry I could scream, or so angry I could spit fire. But my dad, Mischievous Jack, has other ideas. He was so angry he could?
Smile.
Oh man. Okay, well there you have it. Strange idioms from my dad Jack. Okay, well I hope you liked this video and I hope you learned something new. Thanks for letting me help you get better and better every day. Hey, Whoa, too close. Sorry about that. Well, if you liked this video, please considering liking it and subscribing, or subscribing and liking. I can never remember where the buttons are, but I'm sure you can find them. So thanks a lot, and I hope to see you again here on Chameleon Theater's channel. And remember, every day you are getting better and better. Bye-bye.